Robin a question. We'll start with Ben Goetz.
Hey, Robin, just what are the emotions like after a loss like that, and you guys, losing in this round for the second year in a row?
It's pretty empty feeling right now. Obviously, every time you lose the playoffs, kind of season's over. It's kind of hard to take in, but I thought we battled hard. I'm really proud of our guys' season, and everyone worked really hard. And it's not easy to get. It's not easy to get to the Stanley Cup Finals. We're right there. We have some things all of us gotta just be a little bit better. We're right on the door and have a hell of a group, every single one in there. Just gotta find a way to stick with it a little bit more.
Go to Chris Matthews.
Hey, Robin, I was wondering, this team, I know there's only going to be one team left standing at the very, very end, but it seems like this team was built for a Stanley Cup run, and you had all the talent, the goalies, the forwards, the defensemen. It just seemed like this was Foley's year to put it all together and get to that final. Would you almost describe it as a disappointing season, just because you didn't get to that final?
I mean, every team in the league wants to win the cup. Every team in the league strives for the same thing. And yes, we have a really, really good team, and our goal is to win the Stanley Cup every single year. And I mean, we've been conference finals now, two in a row. I mean, it's a young team in the league that's had tremendous success, and we had a hell of a season, and thought we had a good run in playoffs. We just got to find that little bit more, sticking with it. All of us got to be a little bit better, and we're right there, yes. And it's built to be in these situations for many years to come. But every team in the league is trying to do the same thing, and you got to give. It sucks right now. We're in the overtime. We have one goal. We're game 7 at home. It's not like we were that far away, but you got to give Montreal a lot of credit too. Hell of a hockey team, works really hard, sticks with their structure, and they have a lot of great players, and everyone underestimates them, which it's good for them, but obviously sucks for us.
It's David Shane.
Hi, Robin. You guys put a lot into the Colorado series. Do you feel like there was a letdown at all after that, or what do you feel like was the difference in the series for you guys not to be able to get going?
I mean, we're a hard-working group. As I said, I'm proud of everyone in here. Again, we're right there knocking on the door. Minnesota, highly underrated team. We beat them, and Colorado. Guys did a great job against Colorado, and you just got to find that a little bit extra. I think teams like Montreal, you see Long Island and, Dallas the last year. And, those teams, they get us all the way. We're just about sticking to the game plan a little bit longer, be a little bit. We're right there, it's such small details and inches. So you just got to keep going. But it's kind of tough to digest right now. But again, we got to also give credit to the other team. One of the best goalies in the world over there, and they played to their 1-1-3 structure and made it hard for us. And not just for us, they made it hard for Winnipeg. They made it hard for Toronto, who has some of the best goal scorers in the world. It's they stick to their structure. They work hard together. I mean, we do too. It was inches. Overtime today, we could have got a goal and got game 7. So it's not. It sucks. It sucks that we couldn't get over the hump.
We'll go to Brian Blessing.
Robin Martinez had an opportunity right off the faceoff, but the long rebound off Price gave them numbers coming the other way. What did you see on the overtime goal?
I haven't seen it yet, to be honest. So I haven't seen it yet. So I gotta take a look at it. It's a little bit of a blur right now.
Thanks very much, Robin, for your time.
Thank you.
We now have Alec Martinez and Riley Smith. Please use the raise hand function to ask questions. Justin Emerson.
Riley, you said after game 3 that the power play is costing you guys the series right then. Finished 0 for 15 on the series. Do you believe that that was the biggest reason for the series ending the way it did?
Yeah, probably. Just a lot of wasted opportunities. So goal here, goal there, changes the game. And, you know, all but 2 of these games in the series were really tight. So that would have given us a huge boost.
I don't know, Riley, if you can put it into words as a forward that had a hard time, everybody had a hard time scoring on this Habs team. What is it? You know, is it the 4 big D-man? Is it Carey Price? Is it a system? Why are they so hard to score goals on, Riley?
No, it's a combination of those 3 things. I think they did play a good system, and it's a playoff system. They did a good job holding on to leads, and they really did a good job finding pucks that were shot from far out. You know, their D do a good job boxing out, and their system keeps 5 guys tight. So combination of that makes it tough, and we didn't find enough pucks and make it difficult enough on them.
We'll go to Jesse Granger.
Hey, Alec, I know it's not always easy when it's this fresh, but just what are your thoughts on this season as a whole as it comes to an end tonight?
I think first thing that comes to mind is probably grateful. I think that a lot of people, not just in our organization, but around the league, put in a lot of effort, did a lot of different things, you know, during a strange time that allowed us to play this year. So I guess a thank you and a tip of the cap to all those. I know there's, you know, there's probably countless people out there that made it possible. So I guess that first and foremost. Secondly, obviously tonight, I mean, this is incredibly disappointing. I think this is, you know, one of the best, not the best team I've played on. And to come up short is obviously really disappointing. Proud of the way the guys battled. You know, this is a great group. We obviously came up short, but really proud to be a part of this group and you know, play night in and night out with these guys. But yeah, I mean, obviously very, very disappointed.
Go to David Shane.
Hi, Riley. You said they play a playoff system, and it's, I think, guess 2 years in a row now that a team that plays a playoff system has knocked you guys out. So what has to change? Is it things that you do in terms of system, or is it a personnel change that needs to happen?
The onus is on us players. You know, it just came down to they did a better job scoring goals than we did in the series. The chances were there, but it seemed like every time they got an opportunity or a breakaway, it ended up in the back of the net, and we weren't able to do the same on our end. You know, there's no need to point fingers. Like Marty said, this is probably the best team that we're ever going to play on. So as players, we just have to be better, and I think we expect that from each and every one of us.
We'll take a couple more for the guys. Ben Goetz.
Hey, Alec, their last goal came off a rush. What makes their transition attack so difficult to defend?
I think they play a North style of game. You know, I think that they have team speed. They've got a lot of guys that are capable of making you know, really good plays, and they did tonight.
Take the last one. David Shane.
Hey, Al, can you just briefly take us through the goal that you scored and just what you saw there, why you were able to jump into the play?
Did you say Maple? Oh, I think it was a good pinch. I can't really remember, but we just try to stay active in the ozone. I knew Petro was going to get to the middle, and he's really good at making those plays, and I can trust him in that and try to sneak down the backside. Kind of ran out of real estate, so just try to cut in front, but it was a really good play by him. I was just able to bang home a rebound, but good play by him.
Thanks very much, guys. We now have William Carlson and Mark Stone. Please use the raise hand function to ask questions. We'll start with Ben Goes.
Hey guys, for Mark Stone, just what are the feelings and emotions after losing in the semifinals for the second year in a row?
It's a pretty terrible feeling.
We'll go to Jesse Granger.
Mark, I'd like to ask you just what they did that made things so tough for you, why it was so hard to get going in this series. Did the Avs series take a lot out of you? What was it?
No, I mean, we had 3 days off in between series. I mean, they play, they're deep, play hard. They're big, they're strong. Their forward group is responsible, but I can praise them all they want, but ultimately it falls down on myself and the top players on this team. We had some guys produce night in, night out. But as far as myself and a number of other guys, I mean, I got skunked this series. That can't happen. I'm the captain of this team, the leader of this team. Take a lot of responsibility for what just occurred, but if I can, I guess, take anything, I'll have to see what went wrong over the summer. This team's been through a lot of adversity in 4 seasons. Been to the Cup final, been to 2 conference finals. We've had a lot of different heartbreaks, so I'm excited to learn from mistakes and try and build this team to a Stanley Cup winner, not just a contender.
We'll go to Ed Graney.
Mark, in 2 straight years now, sort of the same script played out with how you guys were eliminated with the non-scoring. I mean, I know it's fresh now, but do you think it's a structure thing? Were they just better each year? Is it a personnel thing? Like, anything off the top of your head that maybe why it would happen 2 straight years?
We just lost 20 minutes ago, so if I knew, I probably would have changed it. We worked so hard all season. I mean, I don't know the stats, but I think we were one of the higher scoring teams in the league. We have a great deep forward group. We have great defensemen, 2 great goaltenders. I think it's just getting over that hump. Teams go through this. We got to continue to learn and grow this organization. We're 4 years in. We've had success, but going into year 5, it's the expectation is to win the Stanley Cup, and there's going to be things that we have to learn. We're going to have to be things that we have to adjust to, and we have to grow as a group.
Go to Justin Emerson.
William, we've heard guys say that when they get closer, it just kind of builds that drive. You guys have been in the semifinals now 3 out of the last 4 years. Just how badly do you guys want to get back, and how much does this one hurt right now?
Say that again. Sorry, I kind of. What's that? How bad? I want to win? Yeah, I mean, that's what we play for. You know, that's what drives you every day. That's, you know, why you work out hard in the summers, and, you know, why every game, every day is worth it, the grind. So I know this whole group really wants to win, and yeah.
We'll go to Nick Kotsanika. Go ahead, Nick.
Mark, can you hear me?
Yeah.
I know you don't want to make excuses, but were you playing hurt? Did that limit you at all?
No.
Got time for one more for these guys. If anybody else would like to ask one. Going. Thanks very much, guys. We now have Coach DeBoer. Please use the raise hand function to ask questions. We'll start with Chris Matthews.
Chris?
Hello, Pete. I was wondering if you could just talk about now that it's over and there's not that motivational, talk or experience. You got to go forward now. Is it maybe safe to say that grueling 7-game series with Minnesota and then beating the best team in the league, Colorado, and all, did it mentally take something out of this team, perhaps?
I don't know. It's a good question. It shouldn't. It definitely wasn't an easy road, or it's quite a gauntlet to get through to get to here. But when you get to this point, the teams that win find another level. They don't sag. So, we didn't find another level, and they did. I thought they were opportunistic. They owned the key moments of the series. When they got a chance, they stuck it in the net. When they needed a big save, they got a big save. They won the overtime battles. They won the special teams battle. So, if you're losing those areas of the game, you're putting yourself in a tough spot.
Go to Ben Goetz.
Hey, Ben.
Hi, Pete. You just mentioned the special teams battle. I guess, what did you see on the power play this series? What was, I guess, missing through the last, handful of games this postseason?
Yeah, I just didn't play with any confidence. You saw the same thing we did. If we knew what was wrong, we would have fixed it. That's obviously something that has to get fixed. You need your power play this time of year and your penalty kill. Special teams are huge. So, it was disappointing.
Go to Mark Spector.
Hey, Mark.
Hey, Pete. Montreal really, they talk about them playing a playoff system. I mean, they weren't as good in the regular season as they were in the playoffs. They've got the tools that the game kind of came to them. Is that fair? Are they, the way they're built with 4 big D and that goalie, is that sort of the way of, the best way to build playoff teams? Is it a good system, good setup?
Yeah, you have to give them credit. I thought they played a heck of a series. Starting with their goalie, he was good every single night. I don't think he had an off night. I think when you're concentrating on defending, and then you have the ability to counter punch with guys that don't need multiple looks to stick a puck in the net. You're a very dangerous team, and I think they've thrived on that. They defended against Toronto, counter punched at the right moments with big goals. Same thing against Winnipeg, and that was the story here. They concentrated on defending and shutting our guys down, and when a puck went the other way on Caulfield's stick or Suzuki's stick, or they got contributions from all their lines, they stuck them in the net. And that's playoff hockey here. We did the same thing, I felt, to Colorado, and the tables got turned on us here.
We'll go to Justin Emerson.
Hey, Justin.
Hey, Pete, we just talked to Mark Stone. He was pretty critical of himself. I'm curious how much weight and responsibility you put on the captain.
Well, I'm not surprised. He's taking that on himself, but that's not a load he needs to carry, and definitely not alone. I think, for me, our group, I thought we took a step from a year ago when we got to this point. I thought we were better. We were better during the regular season. We were better during the playoffs against 2 really tough teams in Minnesota and Colorado, but we still fell off at the wrong time. So, there's another door we've got to find a way to barge through at this time of year. And I think everybody's got to look in the mirror, obviously coaches included.
We'll go to Ed Graney.
Hey, Ed.
Hey, Pete, kind of staying with that door barging through, it seems like the last few years the script didn't change on kind of the system you didn't get past it. And I know it's raw right now, but is this the fact that 2 teams outplayed you? Do you think there's a personnel issue here that has to be looked at? Like, why do you think back-to-back years kind of the same issues cropped up?
Well, you know what? I don't know if they're exactly the same issues. I thought, I thought a year ago with our group, we wouldn't get through the Minnesota series like we did this year. That was a tough team that defended the inside, that didn't give you a lot of room, and we found a way this year where a year ago, I'm not confident we would have. So I thought we took a step there. Had a hell of a series against the best team in the league in Colorado, but couldn't do it 2 times against a team that was playing that way. So, I don't know. I think everything's on the table. We got to look at everything. We've got to look at what we can do different from a coaching perspective. We've got to look at our personnel. I think everything's on the table.
We'll take a couple more for the coach. We'll go to David Shane.
Hey, David.
Hi, Pete. Kind of all with that is the 1-goal games, 3 and 5 this year. Is that just something that this team has to learn how to get better at and win, those close games in the playoffs?
What do you mean 3 and 5? Like in this
Record
series?
overall in the playoffs, 3 and 5 in 1-goal games.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't think it was an issue during the regular season. I think, it's moments. It comes down to moments. I mean, I thought we had the best look of the night, maybe Max Pacioretty in overtime. If that gets stuck in the net, maybe it's a different series. We're leading game 3 of this series with under 2 minutes to go. Find a way. It's moments that you've got to seize.
Our last question will be from Lindsey Brown.
Hey, Lindsay.
Hey, Pete. You mentioned looking at everything in terms of a coaching standpoint, just to loop back to the power play. Was it ever a consideration to maybe move to a different setup, or is it more about the trust in the system and the structure that got you there and seeing if it can come through for you in the clutch?
Well, I think we look at everything. I know we moved personnel around. We shuffled the deck with people and units. Nothing seemed to take. I don't have an answer for you. It was a frustrating piece of our game in a playoff in a season where big pieces of our game were really good.
Thanks very much, Coach. That concludes the availability.